Greetings, programs, and welcome to another episode of Recruit a Friend, the show where we learn about the people behind the keyboard. Today, we're sitting down with a world traveler, LFG attender, and a Dayglow blaster. Let's give a big Recruit a Friend welcome to Niicklas. Thanks for being here.
Hey, thanks for reminding me.
I have to ask, can I call you Nick? Because there's two eyes, so I don't know if I should be like, Nick?
No. Call me Nick. The only reason why I have two eyes is because Niicklas, the normal Niicklas, was taken. So
okay, that's why the second eye.
Yeah.
Why, so many other letters you could have doubled up.
True. I don't know.
Yeah. I gotta say, I'm happy you went with two eyes instead of like one of those weird accent eyes letters that people do.
Yeah. I was thinking about doing two S's, but then it would be ass at the end of my name, so I didn't want that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I started out with that, and it didn't really work.
No, you made the right call. You definitely made the right decision.
Yeah.
I dig it. Okay, Nick, well, let's jump right into it. Can you tell me how you were first exposed to the World of Warcraft?
So I got first introduced to World of Warcraft through a friend of mine, actually. He was playing World of Warcraft. Every time I would visit, I would, watch him play. And then some time goes by, and he let me create a character on his account. So we did a little bit of account sharing. He let me play for a little bit, and that went on for like a year, where I would visit him and play at his computer. And then, after a year of like convincing my mom to buy the game, she finally did it. And I remember I made a troll hunter, which was my first character, and it's still my troll hunter to this day. Don't really play it as much, but it's still there. And it was right before Wrath came out, so my mom bought the battle chest, and it was right before. Ooh, something happened with my computer. I'm sorry.
No, you're okay.
Should we?
None of that. The magic of editing. None of that exists. Yeah, except I'm lying to you. I'm going to leave all that in.
You son of a...
But right now, in this moment, you believe.
Yes. Okay. So where was I?
Your mom bought you the battle chest.
Yeah, she bought the battle chest, and it was right before Wrath came out. So trying to explain to my mom that we had to buy Wrath of the Lich King as well, right after getting the battle chest, that was a little hard, but
yeah. Did she do it?
She did. She did surprise me, actually. She surprised me with it one day. Came back home from school, and all of a sudden, boom, it was there. It was on the desk.
I love it.
The collector's edition. So.
Ooh, collector's edition.
Yeah,
Do you still have that collector's edition?
I do. I have a bunch.
You have a pretty good backdrop here.
Yeah, thank you. I got like 5 collector's editions now, so it's a work in progress trying to collect all of them.
Yeah, which ones are you missing?
Anyone from like Shadowlands and obviously like Dragonflight. Going to miss the War Within as well, because Blizzard, they don't ship to Norway because we're not in part of the EU.
Right.
Yeah, and then which one? Vanilla and TBC as well. Okay. Yeah, so I got a couple.
So I have a question. You're in Norway.
Yes.
But you're a member of Dayglow.
Yeah.
Dayglow couldn't be further west coast. How does that happen? I think we blue screened. We're going to see if he comes back.
Yep, we lost.
He's back.
Yes. I love this computer. I swear. Yeah. No. Okay. Dayglow. It started out with me streaming pretty much, and all my viewers and stuff like that were watching. They were all from NA. So, I met Adam Schwagens. He was a part of that community, and that community ended up making their own guild. And I didn't really have anyone to play with on the European servers, so I kind of just switched over. So, yeah.
What time is it for you when they raid?
Oh my God, that was terrible. The raiding times that I did with Dayglow. I haven't done it as much as lately, but whenever I would raid with them during like the Mondays or the Sunday raids, it would be 3 a.m. to 6 a.m. So,
oh my goodness.
Pretty much what I would do is that I would go to bed earlier and then wake up at 3 a.m. to raid. That would be the way to go.
That's insane.
Yeah, no, that was insane, and I'm not doing that anymore.
Dedication to the team. That's what that is.
Yeah, that wasn't healthy. It wasn't good.
No, that's crazy. All right, so that's Dayglow. I want to get back into like your beginning with Warcraft.
Yeah,
Your mom bought you the battle chest. You got Wrath Classic, Wrath Collector's Edition, and then
yes.
started playing. Was it hooked straight in? Like, did you know right away I'm going to play this game for the rest of my life?
Oh yeah, ever since like I watched my friend play it, I knew like that game that looks fun. I'm gonna play that, and it became an addiction really like early on. It was like everything in childhood, just World of Warcraft, pretty much.
Right.
Like all I would do, play World of Warcraft. So yeah, it was. I knew pretty early on that I love this game. So
nice. What in my head, all Europeans just automatically speak English, like you're just given a chip or something at birth that lets it happen.
Pretty much. Yeah, it was. Obviously, at school, we start at first grade learning English. But the main thing that really helped me was World of Warcraft. Actually, learning English.
Nice.
Yeah, that was early on. It was started to learn English more through video games than school.
Nice. I love that.
Yeah.
It's were you in a guild? Like how were you engaging with the game early on? Were you a collector? Were you a battler?
Casual, very casual leveler, taking my sweet time.
Okay.
When we started, me and my friend started in Wrath, when we started like leveling through, we made a fresh character, and we would do that a lot. So like the 1 to level 20 like experience, we would do that over and over again. And so we never really got to the end game really until like I would say Warlords of Draenor, I would say.
Oh wow.
Yeah, like it took a long time until like I actually got to like the end game, like actual max level. So
okay.
Yeah, that was like what we really did, would just create a bunch of alts, level, and just have a good time.
Cool. I like that. You know what? One of the great things about WoW is that you really can just play it how you want, right? And if you're just vibing on that 1 to 20, just vibe on 1 to 20.
1 to 20 was great.
I love it. What do you main now, if not the hunter?
Right now in retail, it's a paladin, rep paladin.
Oh, nice. Yeah. I've heard they pump.
They do. Rep pumps.
Yeah, I like that. So Warlords, you finally got to end game content in Warlords. Are you raiding now? I guess are you not raiding now?
Not too much, no. Like I'll maybe LFR if anything. But I do plan to go back into it now with the War Within though.
Okay.
If it is with Dayglow or if it is with the Dungeon Dojo, we'll see.
Right. Really, are you playing on EU servers as well as NA?
Yeah.
Right now I am.
Servering. Yeah, I'm dual right now. Because I'm kind of stuck between like which side am I going to go on for the War Within. I'm not sure yet.
Right. You have to choose between the idealistic side with superior players or North America.
Yeah, exactly, right. Yeah, it's a tough choice because like I love everyone at Dayglow and all that. They're great people, but it's the raiding times just don't work. So I might have to step back.
3 a.m. is kind of rough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Friday raids worked because it was like, okay, it's a Friday, 3 a.m. doesn't matter, that's fine. But yeah, during the weekdays when I got work, that doesn't really work out. It doesn't.
Have you considered quitting your job to raid full time with Dayglow?
It was a thought.
Yeah, I've definitely considered quitting my job.
Yeah, totally.
I love it. I hope, fingers crossed. We had a friend who was at BlizzCon last year, and they asked a developer, hey, what's up with cross-region? Because we have a lot of friends that are both regions. And that developer, who shall not be named, told my friend, ask again in midnight.
Ooh.
So obviously we can't say for sure. That's not a promise. Did my friend make this up? Nobody knows. Okay. But let's ask again in midnight. I think maybe hopefully. I feel like they're lifting those barriers, right? They take away cross realm. Like guilds can now be cross. First they start with cross faction, then they do cross realm opening up for trading, and then now cross realm guilds. I have to believe the next logical step is cross region.
Yeah, I would hope so. Like, with the PTR and the betas and all that, it is possible. So one could hope for sure. Yeah.
So you're part of Dayglow, and now you're part of the Dungeon Dojo. Have you just always been in communities full of great people, or?
Yeah, for the most part, ever since I started streaming, really, I got introduced to a great community at the start. So just been around good people. Yeah.
Okay, let's walk through that then. Let's talk about content creation, streaming, because you also do YouTube videos, I believe.
Yeah, sometimes. Yeah. Just
Occasionally. Yeah.
occasionally, yes. Some small reactions. Like every time there's a new cinematic, I try to make a reaction video for it. That's really been it for YouTube. Did some editing for Mr. GM at one point as well.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So
Cool.
that's really the reason, like, or like the introduction, I guess, to the editing or like YouTube videos was Mr. GM.
Okay, cool. When did you start doing the streaming? When did you say, you know what, I'm going to share this journey with the world?
So it would be like two different situations, I guess. Like one, like the very start was under a different name.
Okay.
And it was back when in 2014, I tried to do my first ever stream for Counter-Strike. Tried to play a little bit of Counter-Strike. Was like one stream. This was back in OBS times when you have to put your settings manually. So for your computer, because like if you didn't put the right settings in, your computer or the stream would crash. Like it didn't work. So it was like the first stream, super scuffed, did not work at all. Had one viewer actually. Didn't really work out. And then the next time that I tried to stream was under Niicklas TV, and that was back in 2019, right after Classic came out.
Okay.
So yeah, it was like a month after Classic came out. Thought I'd try it out, try streaming. Also the introduction through Mr. GM. Like I had always talked to him about like, oh, I want to try and do it, but I'm kind of scared to do it. And he was like, just do it, start. And he kind of pushed me into it. And the first stream that I ever did in World of Warcraft or Vanilla Classic was I remember I got hosted by Mr. GM. I got raided, and I remember I was pretty nervous. It was like 50 viewers. I'd never had anyone in the chat before. Was insane. It was super chaotic because I had Nightbot in my chat, and everyone that was spamming, like saying hello, everyone got banned.
Thanks, Nightbot.
Yeah, thanks, Nightbot. 50 people down to 0. They're all gone. So like I had to like manually like unban everybody. I'm like, sorry.
Oh, no.
Yeah, no. So that's a little crazy, but yeah,
that's hilarious.
It was an experience.
I bet.
Yeah.
Did you love it right away? Was streaming something you were like, you know what, I really do enjoy this?
Yeah, because like I've always been watching streams ever since I was young. Back with like Recful, Soda Poppin', in the early days, and then other streamers throughout. I've always been watching Twitch, and it's always been like a thing that I wanted to do. But I never really wanted to do it when I was living with my family. I didn't want to do it then, because then it was like, I don't know, it was kind of, I was just awkward about it. So once I finally moved out and I got my own apartment, it was like, okay, now I can do it. Let's do it. So
okay. Yeah, you gotta have that sweet gaming room setup, right?
Exactly, right? Like finally being able to like make my own stream room and everything, and and like finally put it together. And yeah, it was always like a thing that I always wanted to try and do it. And then once I started, I loved it. It was fun. It was a lot of fun, like getting to connect with a lot of different people in the community. That's like the most beautiful thing about it, I would say, about streaming and content creation, is getting connected with the community. So
yeah, that's a huge advantage. And being physically in Europe, North America just feels like so disconnected and separated. I have people in my guild that live in the same province that I live in. I've never met them.
Exactly.
But it's like in my head, like Europeans are all just partying every weekend. It's like, oh, it's Gamescom France. Let's go to Gamescom. Just pop on over. Yeah. Looking at your stream background here, I'm sensing that it's not just a heavy Warcraft influence that is your gaming taste. It looks like a lot of Nintendo.
Lots of Nintendo. That's the games that I grew up on was Zelda, Mario, Pokemon. So it's that. It's Nintendo and World of Warcraft for the most part. Definitely.
Nice.
Yeah.
How long have you been putting this? This is if you're only listening to the audio version of the show, folks, go check out this YouTube video. There is a lot going on in the background here. How long did it take you to collect all this?
Oh, all this is probably ever since I started streaming, really, because like that's I always have always wanted stuff like this, but it's like more so when I started streaming, I was like, "Ooh, that would look cool in the background of the stream."
Right.
So I would just start buying stuff really. So ever since 2019, I would say.
Nice.
So,
Which
yeah.
is your favorite piece?
Ooh, that's a tough one.
Really putting you on the spot here. You weren't prepared for this.
Yeah, no, this is a question that I didn't get prepared for. I would have to say probably the Majora's Mask on the wall.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
the Hylian shield from Zelda
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Probably
Those are
probably
great.
anything Zelda. Like Zelda has like a sweet spot in my heart. So
Nice. There's another alternate reality where your Twitch name could have been Nintendo.
Nick, that would be good. Probably get taken down by Nintendo, but
maybe there actually might already. That name actually sounds super familiar. There might be a Nintendo already.
Maybe, yeah, maybe.
Yeah, and Nintendo is vicious with their DMCA takedowns.
They're rough.
Yeah, they might shut this podcast episode down just for the suggestion. Yeah. All right. So you're still Twitch streaming now. Is there any future you think where it becomes a full-time job?
No, I don't.
No.
No. Streaming right now is just more of a thing that I do for fun. Like, if I feel like it, I'll stream. Type of thing. It was at some point in time where I was like really trying to push for it, but right now I'm just kind of like taking it a little bit more chill. If I do feel like streaming, I'll stream. If I do feel like making a YouTube video, I'll do that. So, yeah, no, I'm pretty chill with the job that I have. So
that's good. That's good. You mentioned doing some editing for Mr. GM. What were you self-taught in that, or is that something you went to school for?
Oh, that was fully self-taught. It was like very basic editing, I would say. It was like pretty much what happened was that Mr. GM launched a second channel. This is not fun.
This is a great test to see if it actually works the way it's supposed to.
Yeah. So, okay, we'll rewind a little bit, I guess.
Yeah.
So it started out as, he created his second channel, and pretty much what it was is that he wanted, if somebody wanted to make videos for him, he was like, sure, go ahead, do it. Do it as a test, to get introduced into editing. So it started out as me and Leon Dorth, who's another member of his community. We started making like clip compilations, pretty much. And Leon made the first video, putting it together, and then I made the thumbnail, just experimenting, trying different things, trying to match kind of the style that Mr. GM did with his original YouTube videos, with the intro and also like the thumbnails, how they looked, and just trying to do it. And no, it was a good learning experience, just trying it out, really.
Okay,
putting it together, and it was mostly Twitch clips together, and then the end, or like the last video that I did for Mr. GM was a birthday video for Mr. GM, pretty much gathering everyone in the World of Warcraft community and just like in this like big like birthday video for him.
Cool. I like that. That's a great video. Speaking of, I bet it was. I bet, especially when you get a chance to get people together and get them to be like, give them a good message, happy birthday is usually a good message. So yeah,
it is.
Yeah. You mentioned Mr. GM, and we talked about how, my twisted image of the UK is everywhere, of the EU is everybody just hanging out all the time. You recently attended, maybe not as of airing of this, but you did attend the LFG London event.
Dude, that was so much fun.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Can you tell me a little bit about the event? Is that your first event?
Yeah, my first event, first time going outside, living in my apartment. It was
like outside at all. Like
yeah, touching grass. Like it was the first time. Absolutely crazy experience for sure. First like full on event. I wanted to go to BlizzCon the year before, but I wasn't able to. So LFG was the first one, and it was a crazy experience. Just meeting everyone for the first time. People that I've known in the community for years. Getting to see them for the first time. Getting to hang out was a lot of fun.
Nice. Did you, what was your living arrangements like? Were you in a hotel by yourself? Did you camp out of the gaming sphere?
Airbnb.
Yeah.
We were in
Was it close to the city, or did you guys get one somewhere up in Scotland?
Pretty much. It was 40 minutes away from London. Because it was cheap. That was the only reason. It was a little cheaper, but it was definitely not worth it.
From London was it was very, for the listeners, I know where their Airbnb was.
40 minutes away by bus or train, pretty much. And it was not worth it. It was okay during the mornings, like 40 minutes away, that's fine. But when we're up to like 1 a.m. outside, at NQ64 just chilling, and then there's no buses or trains going to the Airbnb. It was not fun. That wasn't fun.
How did you get home?
No, we did take the bus, but it was like 40 minutes until the next bus came.
So instead of them being every 5 minutes, it was a longer.
It was a longer waiting period, and it was just not fun because it was like, okay, we're home at like 2 a.m. We're gonna wake up at 7 to go again.
Right.
Because we're going to experience the most we can while we're there. So that wasn't the most ideal thing. But next year, hopefully next year, we're going to get a hotel like right next to Red Bull.
Yeah.
That's going to be the play.
Yeah. A little bit closer. You can stumble home at the end of the night, and then you're ready to go in the morning.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Especially when you're further out too, you see the pictures of everybody who's close. Exactly. And they're like, oh, we're in the hotel lobby having breakfast together. And you're like, oh, I'm in Manchester.
Exactly. It was like, oh, you guys are ready? You guys are hanging out? Oh, okay. See you in 40 minutes.
See you soon.
Yeah.
What was your favorite moment at the LFG event? If you had to pick one thing. That's tough.
That's really tough. I would say probably, man, you really put me on the spot here. I would probably have to say the day before, if that's allowed to say. Getting there on the Friday and meeting you guys. That you guys were hanging out a little earlier at Red Bull. Like Vochi, Dan, everyone, Kex. Getting to see you guys for like the first time, like getting to hang out. That was great.
Yeah, before all the craziness happens, right?
Before all the craziness of like going to Box Park and NQ64, it was nice to have a little, just be at Red Bull and just like chill. That was nice.
Yeah, just exist. Hey, we're gonna just be here in the space together for a bit. Yeah, that's great. I also love the event. I think it was a great time. Got to meet so many amazing people.
Yeah.
You mentioned already you're going to go next year to the next event. What about Gamescom? Gamescom is close.
It is, but it's in August, and I don't got any more time off of work that I can. So
right. Have you considered quitting your job?
Might have to, just for Gamescom. I might have to.
Just for Gamescom, yeah.
Yeah.
It should be noted that I am not a valid career coach.
No, I love my job. So
yeah. Don't take any advice from me on careers.
No.
All right, Nick. So you're streaming when you feel like it. You're looking at rating going into the War Within. Where yet? We don't know. What else does the future hold for you?
Probably some streams here and there. Obviously with pre-patch coming out soon. Next month. The War Within launch. It's going to be a long stream. Probably gonna do a full weekend stream there. Mm-hmm. There's probably going to be some streams with the new Zelda game that is coming out as well.
Nice.
In September. And then other than that, it's like events, I guess, LFG, BlizzCon, hopefully, next year. So, yeah.
All right. Before we jump into the 10 questions, we got to talk about Zelda for a little bit.
Okay. Let's do it. I'm fine.
Breath of the Wild is, now I personally think Breath of the Wild is arguably the best Zelda game ever made.
Thank you.
For both like delivery, function, gameplay, and this is a controversial take, story.
No, I agree, 100%.
Oh, do you? We just became best friends.
I agree. Yes.
All right.
I agree. I've had this conversation with Corey Misseldine plenty of times because he hates it. He hates Breath of the Wild.
What?
Yes. I get so mad every time. It's so good. Yes.
It is. I don't understand that. I don't think I can be. I gotta go and follow Corey right now.
Exactly, I did too.
That's wild.
He's blocked.
That's wild.
Yeah,
it's so good.
Yeah, Breath of the Wild is probably one of my favorite Zelda games. Tears of the Kingdom was good, but it was definitely like, I don't know, not as good, I would say, as Breath.
Tears of the Kingdom lost me. I didn't like the building aspect of it.
That was fine to me.
And I was just like, I can't get into this.
Right. It was.
Breath of the Wild was.
It was too repetitive for me, to be honest.
Gotcha.
With the story and all that, it was like pretty much Breath of the Wild, but Tears. It was the same game over again, pretty much. How the story went.
Gotcha.
So, yeah. I
just have to if you're listening and you haven't played Breath of the Wild, what Nintendo did when they designed this game is they designed an open world game, and they said to everybody, "Hey, we're going to make an open world game." And in my opinion. And I know this is an interview show. We're supposed to learn about Nick, but I'm going to tell the story. In my opinion, this is the only truly open world game that exists because you can literally go anywhere and do anything. And there are so many different ways to solve every problem from like the cold zones. You can either make spicy food and eat it. You can hold a torch and be warm from it. You can wear warmer clothing and be okay from it. All these things. And even like the puzzles where you're like, there's one puzzle, a ball drops down into a maze and you have to use your gamepad, hit the ball through the maze and flick it to the other side. They made it so that if somebody decided to just flip the gamepad upside down, the platform flips upside down and it's just flat. And you can just do it's so crazy. And then I'll have to talk about the story some other time because this isn't the place for it. But I think the story is among the best in Zelda. And a lot of people say, oh, there is no story. But there is a story. Yeah, it's in the diary entries that you find in Hyrule Castle. It's in the memories that you unlock, the 12 memories you unlock. And it's a story of loss and sorrow and pain and Link. And it's just so good. Anyway. Yes. Hey, friends, sorry to interrupt. Let me tell you what this season's sponsor, Guilds of WoW. Simplify your guild management with seamless Battle.net and WoW API integration for all game versions with flexible viewing options that include Google Sheets integration. Use cutting-edge tools for roster management, event planning, and recruit automation with their advanced Discord bot and in-game add-on. Join over 110,000 accounts, 10,000 guilds, and 2.5 million characters thriving on the platform. Customize your guild page, showcase moments, and boost your online presence with custom domains and Twitch integration. Stay ahead of the curve with Guilds of WoW today.
Yes.
Nick.
Yeah.
I end every episode with 10 questions. And if you're ready, I'd like to ask you those now.
Of course, let's do it.
Okay. Question number 1. What is your favorite word?
Ooh, this one was tough, actually. Like, I didn't really think that I had any favorite words, but I came across bubbles.
Ooh.
The reason for it is because try to say bubbles, but you're mad. Try and say it in an angry manner.
Hold on.
It doesn't work. It doesn't work.
Bubbles. No,
it doesn't work. It doesn't.
You really can't.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I like that. Bubbles feels in my mouth the way that it feels like a bubble. Like it feels.
Exactly.
It works. All right. Bubbles. I like that. Good answer. What is your least favorite word?
Oh, moist.
Moist, really?
Yeah. I feel like a lot of people say moist.
It's a big answer. It's a very popular answer.
Yeah, and then I have another word as well, which is more World of Warcraft related. Champion. I hate it.
Champion.
I hate it.
But
Champion.
Only in that tone of voice.
Yes, exactly. Like Magni Bronzebeard. I hate it.
Yeah, I love it. Imagine if he was calling you the moist champion. That would be horrible. Question.
Moist champion.
Moist champion. Question number 3. What sound or noise do you love?
Ooh, opening a cold one. Opening a... Oh,
yeah.
So satisfying. Love it.
Yeah, that is a great sound. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, love it.
I'll edit that sound in there so people don't have to listen to my poor attempt at doing it. Question number 4. What sound or noise do you hate?
Oh, people loud chewing. That I hate that. That
also a very popular answer.
Yeah. That gets me on my freaking nerves, man.
Note to self: never eat on stream. Question number 5: what is your favorite dungeon?
Ooh, I would probably have to go to like some of the classic dungeons. I would say one that comes to mind is like Scarlet Monastery. That or like Dead Mines, like any of the classic ones, really. Yeah. They
just feel different, right?
Yeah, they feel that there's something about it. Maybe it's nostalgia, but it's just something about it. Like it feels like it's an actual like adventure going through them. I don't know.
Yeah, Wrath also had some all-time great dungeons. The ones 100%. In Icecrown Citadel Forge of Souls, Halls of Reflection, and Pit of Sauron, I think is the other one.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyway, those are so good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Question number 6. What is your least favorite dungeon?
Oh my god. This one I actually had to think about a lot because like I didn't really like when I looked at the question, I was like, there's nothing really coming up to mind, but I would have to say maybe like a newer one, like Sanguine Depths from Shadowlands, or like Shrine of the Storm from BFA.
Yeah, you know what? Sanguine Depths, it's funny. In season in Shadowlands, I remember Sanguine Depths not being popular, and I remember thinking, I don't like Sanguine Depths, but it's like, it's actually not a terrible dungeon to run. It's quick.
It's not terrible, but I don't
weird.
Like I don't like the small like corridors and all that.
Yeah.
I don't like that one boss where it's like the circle room. I don't like that one either.
Yeah, and and any affix at all doesn't. Like, as soon as you add any affix, it's like, oh no, it sucks.
It's terrible. Here. Yeah. It was. I didn't like that one.
Yeah. Then, okay. Yeah. Question number 7. What is your favorite curse word?
Ooh, probably fuck.
Yeah.
Yep. The plain and simple, or probably the Finnish perkele, which is also fuck.
Also fuck, just in Finnish.
It's just funny because it's like every like Scandinavian country, they're like they sound like really angry when they say it, like fan. But it's the Finnish, they're like perkele, like it doesn't really work.
It's almost like they're saying bubbles.
Yeah, exactly.
I love it. Do you speak all the languages in the Scandinavian countries?
No. Norwegian only. I do understand Danish and Swedish, but that's I can't. Sometimes I'd prefer if they speak English to me because it's like sometimes it's a little hard to understand. But
right, is there like a faction war between the Scandinavian countries? Because it's like, I feel like you guys are always at the top 5 of the happiness meter. And is there like a rivalry? Like, oh, Denmark got it this time, we'll take it back next time.
I don't know about that ranking, but like, there's always this like, call it friendly banter, I guess, between the countries. Like Denmark and Sweden, they suck, you know.
Right.
They do. But, you know, ask somebody from Sweden, they're going to say Denmark and Norway suck. So,
yeah, well, they're wrong. I've been to Norway. Trondheim is beautiful. So,
oh, yes, it's a beautiful city.
Question number 8. What is your favorite raid?
Ooh, which one was that? I would probably had to go to Wrath, ICC.
Yep.
Good one. Main reason for that is because I got Invincible first try on the NA servers.
What?
Yeah, when I did this transition over to NA, you know, finally I boosted a character, finally was able to do raids and stuff like that for transmog. Went to ICC first time, it drops, was crazy. Also was live on Twitch, so it's clipped. It's the clip is out there.
Really?
Yeah,
I'm gonna check that out. That's cool.
Yep.
Don't tell anybody else that story. People will hate you for that.
Yeah, they do. They do. I try to tell them every time.
Yeah.
And then also I would have to say Castle Nathria, I would have to say as well. But it's very specific during the alpha testing or the raid testing.
Okay.
Because
why?
Because it was the time it was my first time getting into a beta.
Okay.
And also I got to meet so many great people in that raid. I met, you know, the likes of Vochi, Jedith, also got to raid with Sko from Method, which was insane.
Nice.
So that was like a little, you know, kind of starstruck type of moment. I was like, oh my god, that's Sko.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was just good memories, really.
Nice. Yeah, yep. Castle Nathria is a decent raid too. It's I like the aesthetic there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Question number 9. What is your least favorite raid?
Ooh, this might be a hot take. I don't know. Nyalotha.
Ooh,
yeah,
really?
It's more because of a lore perspective, or also like I was just
are you a lore head?
A little bit, not too much, but a little bit. It was more so because of that. I felt like Nyalotha should have had more. It should have been a zone. It should have been a patch. It should have been something. But it only got a raid, which was really not. It's not enough for Nyalotha, in my opinion, because in lore, Nyalotha is huge. So yeah.
I think there. So I think most people liked the raid, but I think a lot of people would agree with you that it should have been a patch.
Yeah,
should have been. It deserved more than 2 sometimes zones in the old world.
That's like the main reason. And then like if I were to choose another raid, it would be like Ruby Sanctum, because it doesn't need to exist.
Right. Yeah, you're right.
Like it should have ended at ICC, and that should have been it. Like,
yeah.
Why is Ruby Sanctum there? So
yeah, let's call it a day. Yeah, the Wrath of the Lich King. This is obviously the end of this expansion.
Yeah.
What are we doing here?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Question number 10. Nick, if Azeroth was real, where would you call home?
Oh, this was the easiest one. Grizzly Hills.
Grizzly Hills? Nice.
It's literally Norway.
Yeah. Oh, I guess. Yeah, that makes you like I live there now.
It's just Norway, so I would Grizzly Hills.
Yeah. I love it. That's a great answer. And that makes sense. I should have seen that coming.
Yeah.
Great. Nick, that is the whole show. Thank you so much for being here.
It is.
Oh. Okay.
Yes. Right. So you can find me literally anywhere on any single platform. Niicklas_TV. With 2 eyes in my name. It's up there. You guys can see it. Niicklas and then _TV. YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, TikTok, Instagram, anywhere. Yeah, I'm there.
Perfect. Definitely check him out. And friends, thank you for spending your time with us today. We appreciate it. And remember, in a world where you can be anything, be kind.